Yeah, and I'm back, and I just want to talk about that same moment. Just talk about moments like that, because when you got God and you talk a lot. Sometimes you talk about different situations, different issues. Someone might hear this, someone give some godly advice, give some advice. But anyway, this is what this is what I think of too. Usually sometimes when you run into moments like that, which y'all happy with your spirit filled, because as you can see, I was filled spirit off of this, definitely. Praise God. But like say if you tell somebody about it, right, and they're not spirit filled really, they'll say, oh well, you should do this and you should do that, and you would know that's not the spirit of God telling you to do that, because like okay, those that are not filled with the spirit, even if they got good intentions, like God said, we're deceitfully wicked from our youth. So I'm gonna say that again, if they got even so-called good intentions or fair intentions, whatever you want to call it, it was like the person or whatever doing it, the principality in them will be causing a disaster. And see, the reason why I say that is because that's happened before. Not like recently, recently, no. I mean, I've been, now I've been following God even when certain things happen, and I caught that little temper tantrum a while back, whatever the case was. I still follow God. I just, exploded and spazzed more than usual. I always have an opinion. I'm sometimes controversial, and I know that. But I haven't really ran into no one trying to give me advice, because I'm not taking advice from ungodly people, because it's really no need to be getting advice from ungodly people, because they're not talking to God. It's obvious they're talking to their surroundings. Surroundings could be familiar spirits, charmers, manipulators, psychics, false popes, false prophets, false media, mother, father, sister, brother. It doesn't matter. So I don't really receive advice now. Once God moved me away, He let me know not to be taking advice from those that don't get advice from Him. So if anybody else, they getting advice from God, and that's a beautiful thing. I'm getting advice from God. I'm taking advice God's giving them. They take the advice God gives me, and we're one big happy family, right? Meaning godly. So that's how us to the family become family through God. Praise God. So like I said, you tell somebody about one situation that you're happy about. See, everything that you get happy about, it's like you got somebody that want to try to bring extra happiness. See, only God can bring joy. Only God can bring joy. So I wouldn't take those up on the offer. I say, oh well, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Because see, I can tell that when the people are saying why this and why that, they're not saying that with no godly intentions. They might say, oh God, well God said, but you're not saying it with godly intentions, because you're not saved, you're not born again, and you don't. Okay. I'm gonna say this: even if you're not saved, you're not born again, you're not even leaning towards God. Like, I mean, let's just be real. Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying, right? Because at least if I know you're leaning towards God, I can say. If somebody say, well, what does that mean? I would tell you straight up what it means. Leaning towards God, okay, sometimes can mean having a form of godliness and not denying God, but you're just not. Well, okay, and then well, you are denying God because you're not married to Him yet. But that does not necessarily mean anybody could judge based off of that, because if that was the case, then I, myself, and a lot of others were the same way. So, right. So, I'll say that right. If you're not even leaning towards God, you're just leaning towards the happiness of this one and that one and that one and this one, how could I take any of them seriously? Right, and I'm just saying, this didn't happen right now. But, I've known in the past those that have done them type of things, So, I would much rather follow God's spirit and do something and it not be a wreck, instead of just saying, oh, because I saw one happy moment and got happy, now I can just skip on down the road. That's what a lot of folks think, so that's the point. That's the point. See, so when you have truly godly people in your corner, they give you godly advice. That's to take your time, to be patient, to pray, to fast, etc., etc. Not just, oh, well, you seem happy, so now just go do this and do that. Or maybe God will want you to do this and do that. How would you know what God will want me to do when you're not in a relationship with God? See, that's my point. But, as I said, nobody's not guilty of this now, but that's happened in the past, But that's basically them either from come from reprobates, those that are close to being reprobate, or just those that have a stubborn state of mind that really don't follow God, but just want to follow their own intuition, based off the idolism that's in their family. You know, because of course, an Eve in spirit will lead you to destruction. An Ahab in spirit will lead you to destruction because they don't understand, you know, following God first. That's the point. So, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Every happy thing that happened in my life, when I followed God first, every happy thing I would just jump. I would just hop, skip, and jump and say, okay, well, God said yes to this, so let me just go do it. Remember, it's God's timing, not ours. And that's what I had to realize too. A lot of different things. I asked God a lot about a lot of different situations and relationships. God told me, yeah, but I realized if I try to jump into it, God said, I didn't say it was on your timing. You know, right. And certain things are ended, and, you know, that's it. The time, God said, your time has elapsed. Y'all time is, so that's what I realized, but I just want to say, right, so whenever happy moments come, well, make sure they're godly. Make sure, you know, there's godly people guiding you. And I'm just telling you because I know, you know, I know personally that, you know, one time, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got into a situation one time where I was like, you know, okay, being saved, you know, of course, when you come to God, you gotta come clean, right? You know, you gotta, you gotta not hold no grudges, not come with the arrogance, not come with the ego, not come with the pride, but you just come as who you are, and you know, you love God, and of course, you forgive everyone as the Father forgave you. Of course, we know this, so. You know, when I was talking, I was, you know, I'm not gonna say no names, but I was talking, and I was like, you know, so I forgive. So I was talking about a certain family member talking to another family member. So one of the family members say, oh, I said so, but you know what? I would rather not go see the person just because I forgive them. Just because you forgive somebody don't mean you're gonna see them. That's no sense. It's like if somebody stabbed your son and you forgive him, you might not go see the fella, or if you do, you might tell you forgive him, and that's it. You're not gonna say, okay, well, yeah, I forgive you. Now let me go eat at your dinner table and this and that, you know, because when I said I forgive, we're talking about, you know, a person that's either a reprobate or very close. So when I said I forgive, I meant I forgive, like, because Father God forgive me for all my wretchedness, and I have a lot, okay, like he told Mary Magdalene, I had a lot of it in my life. Like, let's just be realistic on the issue and not even try to beat around the bush and play games. It's coming from my mouth itself. Now, anyway, yeah, because you're right, so I said, you know, yeah, I forgive. Right, so I said, but I still can't see the person. So the person I'm talking to says, oh, you forgive the person, so you can go see them. So you see how fast the person just jumps in? So right, that had nothing to do with the Spirit of God. Me seeing and forgiving a person is two different things. And that's what people don't realize. Right? Christ never said, oh, forgive your enemies and invite them to your dinner table. And everyone that you forgive, you know, no matter what they do to you, if they sexually assault your wife or whatever, oh, just go see them. If they try to do, if they try to beat your child, or you know, if you just forgive them and then go see them and then go eat at their dinner table because you forgive them. Christ never said nothing that stupid. So you understand, right? So what people don't realize is forgiveness does not always mean I'm going to be around you. And you know, right, I like how I just decided to come in. But yeah, this should be a good subject for those that are going through situations, or, you know, like I said, because I'm actually not even going through that. I'm sorry, y'all, pardon me, it's hot out here, I dropped my rag. But yeah, I'm not going through that, but you know how situations do come up. So that's the point. So what I'm saying is right. You know, when Christ said, forgive, y'all. Yes, you are to forgive. You know, you are to forgive. But just because you forgive does not mean you invite. You know, it's like if somebody forgive me for something beautiful. God forgive you, you forgive me. You don't have to invite me anywhere, because I'm just saying it's like this. You may not trust me, right? Like I said, you know, put it like this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you think I'm stop loving God, then yeah, you think I'm a love man, woman, or child more, you know, than I love God, then you can't trust me to do that, because I'm always love God more. But other than that, you know, it's like this. You have to forgive like God said, but just forgiveness does not mean inviting. You understand? I forgave everybody. I don't go inviting them to, you know, where I am and everything, because you know why? Because I still don't trust you. Right. No, God didn't say forgive and then trust. He just said forgive. So forgiveness means you're free. I'm not holding that against you. You understand? But see, the thing about it is, and what we all must realize is, people are actually holding certain things against themselves. That's why when you forgive them, they want to be around you, because they figure, you know, we forgive them, you're a sucker, your kindness, weakness. You know the cliche already. But that's what it is. So they haven't forgiven themselves yet about it. So like that, I haven't forgiven myself. I don't mean this person has a history, so I want to be around them. I want to talk to them, but it's that knocking them that always wants to do the same thing. You know, it's right. It's that knock that always haunts them. Like, yeah, you know, yeah. Be slick, say something sarcastic. Even talk about what you did to them. So you understand? So they will never get out of that reprobative state. You know, reprobative, repetitive state. Just like the father, Satan, you know, the father of lies. Right. So that's the thing. So, you know, forgiveness is forgiveness. And whoever you forgive them. Right? I just spoke on, you know, I spoke on love and this and that. So listen, we're human, we go through it. But as I always said, you know, Father Yah is your rock. That's what's in your corner. Christ, Yeshua died for you. So that's what you gotta remember. Even though it's hard, even though it's tough, your marriage will get you through. So that, you understand what I'm saying? So right. So forgive. You know, so forget. Sometimes if you don't forget, it doesn't really matter because things are gonna come up in your mind anyway. But if it come up in your mind, try not to let it stir you up. You know what I'm saying? Always remember, God forgive me too. That's all. Always remember that. You know, and always remember it. Always remember it. Remember, as long as you live, you can always better yourself. And remember, when you got God in your corner, there is no better than that. Alright, well, y'all, I'll be talking to y'all in a few, maybe another time or maybe tomorrow, but y'all be blessed. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Glorify God. Peace.